What's up, everybody? It's Wednesday, June 10th. Man, it was a hot one yesterday, huh? Can't believe it. I can't believe we're already at that time of year. Let's talk about the workout for today, y'all. We're going to start out with our warm-up. It's dynamic range of motion, and then we're going to do 3 sets of 5 barbell thrusters. So we'll have our bar up in the rack position, hit a squat, come up, and press 5 times. Followed by 5 lateral step-ups on each side. You have a box. Ideally, it's right around knee height. So for me, this would work perfectly at 20 inches. Step to the side. You'll also notice that the bend is right at about 90 degrees. That's what we're looking for on these lateral step-ups. Any higher, then you tend to have to jump off the back foot, and we're trying to avoid that with this movement. Step up onto the box, put your weight to the center of your foot, drive and stand with very minimal step off the back. Set yourself a height that allows you to do that. This still requires a lot of force at this height to be able to stand up without using that back foot. So you may have to adjust the box a little bit. For those at home that maybe don't have a box, we're just going to do some lunges in place of that, because we have lateral lunges in the next piece for the body weight folks. So just go ahead and do regular lunges. Once we finish our warm-up, we're going to hit 3 rounds. Think of it as an extended warm-up, but it's also kind of a strength piece in here. 10 hollow holds plus a press. So you'll get on the ground, you'll have your kettlebell or dumbbell. Bring it up, and you'll hold your body in a hollow position while pressing on one side. Okay? We're going to go for 10 reps on each side. The goal with that press is to get your shoulders off the ground, get the feet up, stay in that nice hollow position, working on the press. So the balance required in that hollow makes this press a little bit harder, as well as making it a unilateral movement, just one side moving. So 10 hold and press, 10 landmine chops. We did these a few times during quarantine. You'll have a barbell. The end will be anchor pointed to the ground. It doesn't have to necessarily be in an anchor. For those in class, we'll work on that. We may be able to use some weights for it, and we'll show that. But if not, you can put 2 weights on either side to help anchor that in. Your left hand, if whatever arm is facing out, that's the lead hand, meaning it'll be on the back side, not, not like that. I think that's the only way to really hold it. We start at about mid-knee, rotate and press across the front, making it more of a frontal plane movement. Because we're working on really one side. Turn and press it out. So 10 chops on each side. Figure out what weight is comfortable for you. It is 10 reps, so make it kind of difficult, but obviously not so hard that you're having to break those reps up. And then 10 suitcase deadlifts. Still balancing out our side to side with some frontal plane work. We'll grab our kettlebell or our dumbbell and hit some movements. It's really trying to get you anti-rotational, so we're having to focus on one side. Cool? 10 on each. So just to recap, 3 rounds, 10 hollow hold plus 1, or 10 hollow hold press, 10 landmine chops on each side, and then 10 suitcase deadlifts. If you don't have a barbell for the landmine chops, you can utilize your dumbbell or your kettlebell and do some cross chops just like so. Very similar in nature. You'll feel it working through the trunk. For those that don't have any weight, we're going to do 10 times for the hollow hold plus a press. We're going to do 10 reps of a 5-second hollow hold plank plus 1 push-up. So you'll get into a hollow hold plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push up for 10 reps. Scale the push-ups as needed. Hold yourself in a plank. Drop down to your knees if you need to. Do the push-up. Come up. Get back into the plank position. You can do it that way as well. Then a 30-second side plank in place of the landmine chop. So just hold yourself in a side plank for 30 seconds. And then 10 alternating lateral lunges for the suitcase deadlifts. Hitting that, working that side, strong side of the hip, that way. When we finish that work, guys, we're going to move on to a 10-minute AMRAP. It's going to go in sets of 2, reps of 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, as high as you can go. We're going to do single arm overhead alternating lunges. Get your kettlebell, your dumbbell. 1, 2, that's alternating. And toes to bar. In place of toes to bar, you can do straight leg sit-ups. Score today is overall reps. So as far as holding the weight over your head, you can switch that as much as you want. Okay, so you do 2 on one side for the first one, maybe the next one you do the left side, then maybe the next one you do the right side, so on and so forth. As you start getting up into the higher reps, you may just need to switch arms as you see fit based on fatigue, comfort, those kind of things because of the toes to bar. If you want to work off the bar in class, but toes to bar are tough for you, let's just go ahead and get some straight leg raises instead. Just try to get them up as high as you can to mimic some piece of the toes to bar. We can also do straight leg sit-ups like I mentioned, or we can do laying toes to bar where you hold on to the rig, then come up and touch your toes to the rig as high as you can. On that particular movement, to make it very similar to a toes to bar, we want to try to get as close as we can to our hands that are holding on to the rig. If you don't have weight for those overhead lunges, you can sub out an odd object for them, like a laundry detergent container or something like that, or you can just do regular lunges. So for non-body weight or for body weight only, odd object or regular lunges with straight leg sit-ups would be perfect for that 10-minute AMRAP. Then once we're done, we're done. I would recommend you hit the HomeWOD for the day, stretch out at some point at least, especially in this one, maybe hit some lizard stretch or a couch stretch to get those hips working again, because it's going to be a long day. And I hope you have a great Wednesday.